To become a Rocket League pro, you need to have, essentially, superhuman abilities at gaming.
Apparently Jack, the potentially goal of the tournament.
You need to be able to do every single action in that game in a full physics-based simulator. It is so unique that no other experience in another game will help you out. And to be able to play that game, you therefore need to put in so many thousands of hours and in a clever way. Rocket League is a game where you control a car that needs to score a goal with a gigantic ball in a closed-off arena, but the difference is you can fly, you can drive on walls, you can drive on the ceiling, and that is it at its very basis. It is football, but if you just control the boot of one player. The UK Rocket League scene is one that I think has been a little bit underrepresented for a little while. Early on in the game, we had some of the best players in the world in the UK. Nowadays, there are so many players that have come out of the woodwork in the last 2 years or so that have made a huge name for themselves. Mainly, apparently, Jack.
No, they enjoy it, they find it cool. I think because it's like playing games for a living. They're like, oh, that's sick, I wish I was doing that.
Yeah.
My name is apparently Jack, I play for Dignitas Rocket League team. Yeah, fair enough. Same time. Go again. Yes. Yeah, take time. Yeah, so basically I started playing tennis at the age of 6, I think. I think someone came to my primary school and I was just naturally quite good at skills that are involved with tennis. I started playing tournaments. Yeah, I started to love competing. Tournaments was the main thing that, you know, kept me going. It was one thing that I really wanted to do. I was around a county level pushing up. I was wanting to go to America to play internationally. I always had the technique and skill. Sometimes just wasn't be able to compete under the pressure, and tournaments sometimes let me down. But I won a fair amount of tournaments here and there. Obviously, COVID started to come up, which, you know, it killed all of the competition in tennis and sport in general.
So when he gave up his tennis, I was sort of, because this is all he knew. Tennis was his life. A little bit anxious and thinking, well, what will he decide to do that keeps him motivated and appeals to his sort of competitive nature.
So I was just watching YouTube, watching Simon videos as always. They uploaded their first Rocket League video, and as soon as I saw the video and saw the game, I was hooked, honestly. At the same time, I played a Rocket League tournament, which ended up in us qualifying for a LAN, and I went to France with my dad and competed there, and he saw how much I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it himself, and he was like, oh, why don't you take this a bit more seriously? It was weird playing at LAN in front of a crowd for the first time. I remember the first couple of games were just a blur, and winning a little bit of money from it, it was a bit like, oh, actually this could be, you know, something decent. If you keep on playing the tournaments and winning a few hundred, it could, you know, you might get a little bit of money out of it. But I already knew the kind of scale it could be. So I started taking it more seriously in March. I was trying to find a team, and then I found my first team. We were quite a high level ball team. We were doing really well in tournaments, and going into the new season, we were, you know, expected to cause a few upsets. Literally a couple of months later, Dignitas reached out to me and was like, yo, we want to, you know, try you out and sign you.
And this is Dignitas, who have also won multiple world championships and have also done very, very well for themselves across the esport as a whole. To then DM apparently Jack and take the risk of picking up a newbie player is huge for them.
They're the most accomplished team of all time, in my opinion, in Rocket League. So joining them was quite a shock. I was like, oh, okay, I'm on this team now. They were a complete step up in level. I was on the 20th team in Europe, and Dignitas were 8th at the time. So I was going into a top 8 team. I was just like, I need to prove myself that I'm actually deserve to be here, because I kind of didn't believe it at first. I was like, do I deserve this?
When apparently Jack started out on Dignitas, it's no secret that they weren't very good. They weren't the perfect team that everyone kind of wanted them to be. But as Jack has gone from rookie, being picked up by Dignitas, to then being the team captain nowadays, it has been absolutely night and day. But the fact that Jack is having those decisions on his shoulders at such a young age and is doing them so brilliantly, I admire him so much for it.
I actually think I wasn't good enough at the time. Like, I think I was just slightly below the level that they needed, but I very quickly improved.
I get very nervous watching him. I'm really proud of what he's achieved and what he's doing, and yeah, fair play to you. So yeah, it's all a learning curve. It's really difficult for all the parents, I think, to watch the kids doing stuff like this. So
yeah, you're trying to do well, but then it's not in your control. It's like,
yeah,
oh God.
Totally out of control, and like learning a new game and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like this all the time. Look, can I look? But yeah, we sort of live the highs and lows with you, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I can absolutely see that in apparently Jack's future, he is going to be a world champion. I think that there is so much talent from him himself. The way that he is putting himself forward in the esports scene makes me think he's got a brilliant head on his shoulders. At some point in his career, is going to be the best team in the world.
My future goals for myself, I obviously just want to win. That's the main goal. I want to win RCS at some point. I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen. We've got a really good team right now, we're doing really well, so hopefully this upcoming season should be a good one. We want to be winning regionals and making all the majors, and then at the end of the year we want to make Worlds. So that's the main goal, and on the side I just want to become the biggest brand in the game. I want my YouTube to be at the biggest, my Twitch, whatever it is. I just want to be the biggest and most well-known player in Rocket League history, really.